London's Festival of Contemporary Arab Culture, or Shubbak, has become a key event in the global arts calendar. It will take place in July for the fourth time since it was indirectly launched after the Arab Spring in 2011. It will showcase the work of Arab artists as well as host film, theatre and dance events, all telling the stories of people affected by politics. Joining me now from London is the event's Executive Director, Daniel Gorman. Daniel, thanks for joining us.
Hello there, hi, great to be here.
So tell me what else we can expect from the event.
Well, Shubbak Festival runs this summer from the 1st to the 16th of July 2017 all across London. And we've got a huge range of events from music to film to literature to theatre to talks to dance performances to events in the public realm. And so there's a really broad scope of events and artists coming from all across the Arab world to be with us in London.
And I mean, we mentioned the Arab Spring there. Politics is a theme running throughout. I know the Arab Spring is not directly the link anymore, but politics in the region is. Tell me more about that.
Well, so Shubbak, as you mentioned in your introduction, was founded, the first festival took place in 2011, which really was a key moment of change and rupture across the region with the so-called Arab Spring and with the uprisings that took place across a number of countries in the region. And since then, I think a lot of artists have chosen to reflect on key political changes and ruptures and political engagement with their work. Not exclusively by any means, and we have lots of work in Shubbak that does not directly refer to contemporary political events. But that being said, there is a number of pieces which do engage with it. There's a group, for example, a Tunisian company called Company Chatha, who will be performing during the festival. And their work showcases the work of key civil society activists who are active in the Tunisian revolution and also in uprisings across the region, through presenting these civil society activists as a group of silhouettes which dancers interact with over the course of the piece. And that's been performed in the British Library, in the plaza in front of the British Library, and also at the South Bank Centre. And there's a number of other events across the festival which do have political engagement. Sorry, go ahead.
I feel like we've done a lot of stories on the show recently just about Arab art, and it's kind of really breaking into the Western art scene right now. Do you think there's a movement happening there?
Do I think there's a movement? There's been a very vibrant arts movement across the Arab world for a very long time. I think that maybe what's happening now is that people outside of the Arab world and in Europe and internationally outside of the Arab world are very interested in trying to engage, A, with the region in different ways, and B, are very inspired and stimulated by some of the artwork that's coming out from there. And so what Shubbak tries to do is open up an access for people from outside of the region to be able to engage with the work that's taking place across the region, because there's some incredible art and incredible cultural activities taking place across the Arab world right now. And we are very, very privileged to be able to showcase a small portion of that in our festival in London. And the festival, when I say a small portion, we do have over 150 artists taking part in the festival across over 60 events, coming from over 15 countries across the region.
It's the fourth time this event has taken place. It's been on every other year. How has it changed in that time? How has it evolved?
The festival itself has grown over the past 4 editions. This is our biggest and boldest festival yet. There's a lot more work taking place in the public domain. There's a lot of stuff taking place in the streets in London, which we're very proud of. There's the Tunisian company who will be performing in the public domain. There's also a Moroccan choreographer called Bouchra Zouigan, who's going to be performing with a group of Moroccan women and dancers at the Serpentine Gallery and also at the Tate Modern. And then we've also been very privileged to work with a couple of key festivals which really inspire us in the region. We're working with the founders of Dream City Festival in Tunis and also the artistic directors of Nehna Wal Amr Wal Jiran Festival in Lebanon, both of whom are coming over and have been commissioning work in specific neighborhoods in London. So they've been commissioning work from artists whom they work with and whom they're inspired by to work in the public domain in very specific neighborhoods in London. And that work in the public domain is something that we did have in our previous festivals, but it's really grown to a new level with this festival. Another thing that I think has changed over the past 4 editions is the scale of some of the work and the scale of some of the commissions that have been brought over. Our opening concert at the Barbican Concert Hall is Tanya Saleh from Lebanon and Cairo Key from Egypt, who will be rocking the Barbican Concert Hall, which is great, on the 1st of July. And then following that, on the 2nd, we have events in the British Museum and in Trafalgar Square. And then really throughout the weeks, there's a very strong developing program which takes in key institutions in London and really tries to open up this art and culture from this region to a very broad audience across London.
Okay, Daniel, I'm sorry that's all we have time for. We're really looking forward to see the event here on Showcase. Thanks for joining us.